Good morning. Today we're going to be turning our writing organizer into our sloppy copy. And this is something that you've done before, and we've talked a lot about how this thing in the middle, this is your main idea, so this will have to be at the top. So take what's in here and make sure that's your topic sentence, your starting sentence. So the main idea should be the first thing that the reader who's reading what you wrote reads. So I'm going to go ahead and just begin by writing my first sentence, which says, my New Year's resolution is to be more kind. So that's my first sentence, and I can even give it like a little check because I finished that. That's where everyone should start on this big idea, the big moment, the main idea. Then you can start doing your little droplets that come from that big cloud. So my first one says help others, and that's not a full sentence. And if this is something I'm going to do, then I can write that. I am going to, and it says help others. I'm going to help others. Then I can give that a little check. That means that I finished that one. Then I'll go here, and it says play games by the rules, because I know that's something that someone who's kind always does, plays by the rules and helps others. So I'm going to write that. Instead of saying going to, I'm going to put I will. I will play games by the rules. So I finished that one. It's got a full sentence that has punctuation. It says set a good example. And maybe I want to put a little bit more details in there, because what is that? How am I going to set a good example? So I'm going to put I will set a good example in class by staying on task. So that's always sets a good example, by staying on task. And then the last one says say nice things. And then so I'm going to put I will say nice things. Maybe I'll put to who, because I'll say nice things, but to who? I'll say nice things to my friends and family. And now I can make my closing sentence. And this is something I really, really want everyone to try. So when you bring it to me, I'm going to look at that first. And if it's not there, I'm going to say, go ahead, and I want you to try to make a closing sentence. A closing sentence says the same thing as your first sentence, but in a different way. So my top sentence says, my New Year's resolution is to be more kind. So I could put, being more kind is my New Year's resolution. So both of these sentences, this bottom one and this top one, they say the same thing, but they say it in a different way. They kind of make the words in a different order, but they really mean the same thing. This says, my New Year's resolution is to be more kind, and this one says, being more kind is my New Year's resolution. So I think that you're ready to get started, and I really want you to focus on having your opening sentence that tells the main idea, and having your closing sentence, which also tells the main idea, but in a different way. When you're started, you can get yourself a writing page from the Froggy Bin, and I want you to try to tap words out that you don't know, And I want you to try to really make this something that's meaningful to you. So you can go ahead and get started. Make sure to find a nice working spot, because that's how we stay on task, by making good choices about where we can work and who we can work by. So go ahead and show me what you can do.